So just in case anyone is new here or doesn't know my whole story, I thought I would reintroduce myself. So my name's Anna and I founded a brand called On The Run Club. It actually started when I was traveling Australia just over a year ago. At first it was actually called Anna on the Run because I was quite literally running around different locations in the world holding these run clubs. But after having a few changes in my career in terms of partnerships, I wanted to create something bigger than just me, something that we could all have an equal part of. So I basically just took my name out of it, and that's how On The Run Club was born, which is often abbreviated to OTR Club. I really just want people to know that they are not alone and that it's okay to take the road less traveled, because that's exactly what I did. There's been a lot of ups and downs, but so far I've pretty much kept it all to myself. And I'm basically just at a point where I want to take you guys through that process. At the end of the day, I love it all. Designing, event planning, video editing, hosting run clubs, and just generally creating day in, day out. So let's get into it. Hello! So this is me from the future, but I just want to give a pre-warning. The clips you're about to see, it's a wave of self-doubt. I'm having a wobble, but it was just the first clip that I recorded for this video. Overall, I'm working on some really exciting projects, and I'm going to share with you in this video like how I'm working on those projects and what I'm doing and the tasks I'm doing and how I feel about them. I guess I can kind of tell you now. The main things I'm working on at the moment is a Europe tour, which is super exciting, and a race. I'm having a moment of doubt and overwhelm. I really wanted to get some On The Run Club product out this year. I started with socks and tees last year, and recently there's been a few changes to who's involved with On The Run, which means I need to start the process all over again. I don't even know the process that I need to do because previously I had someone else doing it for me. I also just don't know how I'm gonna do it all. I would love to have Europe tour hoodies for my team, for everyone that comes to the tour. I don't know how to get the hoodies distributed to lots of different places in Europe. I just don't know. Don't understand the logistics, and right now I'm just having a moment of overwhelm, and I know that this is not permanent, hence why I'm sharing, because I want you guys to know that there are ups and downs. And I guess this is one of the, I was just eating my lunch and I'm just having this wave of anxiety, and it's like, I don't get why. Like, I just wanna be able to do all the things that I want to do. Good morning. Same spot. It is the day after. I believe in myself. Today we found out that we have to move out of this house in 2 months. It's actually really sad because this is all I've known of our Australia living, and I can't comprehend. But I'm sure, although I don't want to move, I'm sure something good of it will come from it. I found a new system that works for me. I live on Notion, like it is my second brain, and I've found ways, and I'm still developing the processes, but like really good ways to organize my thoughts, because I totally relate with having a lot going on here and having so many ideas and thoughts and whatever, but if you don't have key systems and organization to manage them, you're just gonna go not crazy, but like you're gonna forget things, you're not gonna action things. Like it's the typical, like I don't want to name anything, but it's like the typical like ADHD brain. Like you think you can't get anything done, but actually you're just lacking some systems that work for you. When you have that, you'll then realize, oh my god, I'm a powerhouse. I'm not deficient. I'm actually like super efficient. Like your brain is your superpower. And that's what you've got to do. You've got to find a few ways to collect that information. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise you do go crazy. So I started a new thing last week, and it's a section on my Notion called Daily Brain Dumps. You can see it looks like that. And I basically just create a new page for every day. So I'll just create a page now and then I will call it the 3rd of Feb. 3rd of Feb. And then this is my space to literally like everything that is on my little mind to do with work, I put it in there. It could be like emails that are due, a project I've thought of, a project that I've started and I actually don't want to go into. It could be that like maybe I'm not feeling positive over a situation, feeling a bit demotivated with this, or maybe I'm feeling the opposite, like feeling really good. Like it is my work journal. I don't get everything done each day that's on my mind. Like I do want to say that. It's more just like helps me plan my week, helps me realize what are priorities. And sometimes like if I go back to my brain dump 4 days ago, there'll be things on there which I don't think are relevant anymore. I don't have to do them. You don't always have to complete every single task. Like if you don't think it's like the right direction for you, you can just... Also something to note, it doesn't always have to be things you need to do. It could be things you've done, which I always find so cute when I look back at like 6 months ago, a month ago, or a year ago, or even longer, where I say like, just sent off this, or like, just started this, and then now it's like such a big part of my life. I'm like, oh my God, that girl did the first tasks in order to get where you are now. And so like, sometimes it's good to be like, I've just finalized this, or I've just done that, because it just makes you reflect later on. And then also sometimes when I said like, you write about, let's say the less positive stuff, and you write, I really don't like this, you look back and you go, yeah, I've made the decision to not do that, or that was a really big learning curve and this is what I've learned. So it's literally for any brain dumping. Good morning. Currently starting to organize the Europe tour, and I just thought I'd like take you through some of like the actual beginning steps that I do to organize it. Maybe like a week ago, I put up a question box on my Run Club account, and I basically asked like which countries. And then now what I'm doing, and every time I see a new like location, I put it on a list. And then out of the list, I'm gonna create 3 polls on my story. So that'll be 12 locations. Maybe I'll have to do 4 because there's so many locations. I actually started off my day, I felt really, really tired. I just like clicked onto my emails, and I'm subscribed to a very few amount of like newsletters from people that I look up to in the business world. They're actually really useful, and it can be like the perfect little bit of like inspiration at the beginning of the day, and they always just come at the right time, like every few days or once a week. I just like read through one of them today, and the newsletter I was reading actually like took me down this little hole of like finding out more information, and do enjoy learning from others when it's the right person and it feels like it's going to bring value to me rather than just like you're just comparing on your phone. I also did a few things that had been on my mind that were just like those procrastinating tasks that actually don't take that long to do. Sometimes when I'm tired, the best kind of work to actually do is the kind of boring, monotonous things you're procrastinating, or just like not procrastinating, but just like I can't do the brainstorming big idea stuff when I'm tired. And I don't know why I'm tired, because I literally slept for 10 hours last night. Proud of myself for turning up today. So it's the end of my day. I've got a Pilates class booked. I'm shattered brain-wise, but I know that I'm gonna feel good, and I don't want the cancellation fee. This is my outfit. CSB as per usual. I did it! Oh, a little. Really excited for therapy today. On Wednesdays, is it Wednesday? On Wednesdays we wear pink. Look how cute this outfit is. I added a braid and a hook, I just feel so like, The bracelet is I've got it with an UGG. Today's agenda, half an hour of work now with my coffee. It's like 7:15. We got a house viewing at 8 AM because we have to move house. Just as I settled into this house, we have to move. So that's on the card. I do have Pilates after, which is nice.
Little disclosure, yellow.
I just had a call with an exciting new partnership slash lots of things.
Perfect.
Look what I've just walked into.
Do you want to get any pesto on my shirt?
Good morning.
Good morning.
No, carry on. Do what you're doing. This is what I walked into this morning, guys. Today, I'm trying something new. At my Pilates studio, they have like Pilates classes and then they have different classes, and I've never done one of these other classes, and this one's called Shape, so it's supposed to be more like strength-based training rather than like Pilates. So that's what we're doing today. I'll show you my adorable outfit. Pocket to put your key in. White Lululemon shoe and my On the Run sock. This will be good because it will regulate me. I just stopped my music to record and look what number came up. I do love a double number. So for the last, I don't know how long, maybe like 30 minutes, I've been organizing my hard drive, which I've been meaning to do for ages because it was disorganized. It kind of made things slower. I probably procrastinated on like, I don't know, creating new ideas with like videos and stuff, because when everything's disorganized, let's say on your laptop with like what you're working on or what you've worked on, it can just get a bit confusing. I've just spent a little bit of time organizing it and I just want to show you what I've done. So I've got it's called Lassie. A lot of people have these hard drives, they're really good. And I basically just created like a few key folders. So for example, this folder was from the On the Run race, so I'm gonna put it in video footage, and then it was 2024, and then I have all my little things. And so with photos, I have like the years and stuff. I've had the biggest headache all day. Like, look, I didn't sleep well, I was clearly dehydrated, and I'll be honest, I looked at my screen for a very long time today. I didn't have the necessary steps to feel amazing, okay? But that's fine because this is the way of life. Some days are really busy and you put your heart into it. Other days are more for chilling. What's important is not to go to a complete extreme. Bring yourself back in. Add a little bit of love to the mix. Tonight's love. Oh, I love doing that. My friend works at Breeze Palm and I've got these beautiful little sparkly. Guess who just applied for a house? Fingers crossed we get this, and I'm not going to put it out until we get it, just to make sure. I always feel so confident and chill when it comes to these things. Like, I just have belief in the world that it's got my back. If a place is not right for us, it won't be right for us and we won't get it. But if we're meant to have it, like, I'm not going to stress in the middle, you know what I mean? I'll just trust that. So quick dinners with Anna. We have gnocchi, tomato sauce, mushrooms and courgette. I feel like I'm kind of excited for the move. At the beginning I was kind of sad, but I guess like what comes with change is growth, and I'm never not gonna enjoy that. So even though in this moment I'm like, do I really want to move house? Maybe not, but like actually if we think about it, I get to pack up some boxes and decorate. I feel like I need to. Good morning. The task that I've started with today is I'm just restructuring a role within my team. I basically have a small team and it's gone through some restructuring already over the last year. In terms of the people involved, I'm currently just restructuring a role that's already in the team. And the reason why I essentially do this is sometimes like roles will evolve, and like some things they previously did is not a priority for you right now, or some things have become a priority but they haven't been clearly like stated to the person like this is what I want you to do. So doing this task helps me understand what do I need within a team, what are the do's, what are the don'ts, all of those things. And this is all new stuff that I've learned in terms of like managing a team. And it's interesting that I used to think a good manager was someone like totally chilled out, like, oh yeah, let's do that, cool, yeah. That's how I used to be. But I'd also be like the manager who wouldn't even respond all the time because I was just so laid back with things. Does that make sense? Whereas since becoming more organized myself, I've been able to be more organized with people in my team, which is actually a good thing. Like, yeah, you might think like a super relaxed boss is what you'd want, but you still want them to be organized. You still want them to have a growth plan for you. You still want them to like know the task that you're doing and set you new tasks and challenge you in that way, if that makes sense, and teach you new things. So I want to be the best team leader, if you want to call it, that I can be. And that is something that I've been working on for like more heavily the last 3 months, I'd say. And that actually is what made me start using Notion, because I was like, no wonder I've struggled managing people. And what I mean by that is just like keeping on top of their tasks, setting them new ones, getting things completed, knowing where everything is, all of those things. Like, no wonder I struggled to do that, because I had nowhere, like, you can't be managing a team on notes and on WhatsApp. You need structure and to-do lists and systems and pages where you have information and things are documented and processes. So yeah, learning all these different things and actually understanding that the more organized you are, the better. It's my nephew's birthday today. He's just turned 1 year old. Happy birthday, dear Ollie. Oh my God. What are we doing?
We're buying plants for our new home. We still need to confirm.
Oh my God, this is so good. So this is the inspo that I love for our future home. And then I've tried to like find actual pieces of furniture that we can get on the internet. So we just bought this plant. Oh my God, look at that. I can just add it. Do you want to see what I've done? I put in our own plant.
That actually looks so sick though.
Right? So it's Saturday, and I'm just doing like fun creative things while Luke's getting ready for football. I'm taking the really rough vision boards that me and my friend made the other day. We literally like drew out what we wanted in the goodie bags. This is the electrolytes that I'm thinking of having at the race. And then I put it onto Canva and I go edit image. And then you just go on background remover and then you can save that. And then I go back onto Procreate, insert a photo. I actually only want one of those. So you see how now I've got this little electrolyte and I've written it there, and I'm literally just gonna like put that in the goodie bag, take that away. Something that I could actually have help with is choosing a granola bar kind of company to be in the goodie bag. So it would probably have to be an Australian company, just because the race is going to be in Australia. I'm just going to put a random one in there for the moment. But if you're from Australia and you're like, you should use this, or if it's like a global brand or whatever, yummy granola bar people can have after a 10K race. I also really want like a yellow keyring, but I want it to be environmentally friendly, because I don't just want like a load of plastic key rings going in, if that makes sense. Almost like this, but if it was a sun, like that small. I have literally searched up yellow sun key ring. But almost just like a little thing. But we would have 1,500 people, so we would have to get a lot, and I don't know where from.
She stinks. Oh my God, Anna's so cute. And ultimately, she is cute. None of you have to smell her fart. Just give me a moment with them. I cannot describe the smell. It's potent and it's foul. And she's so proud. Look how proud she is of this. Let's get the eye jellies, come on.
Don't you feel gorgeous?
Yeah.
You know you do.
Don't stop smiling.
Got a little chocolate and we're gonna watch a movie. Soft Curl Saturday. No. Guess what happened today? Guess what happened today? We got accepted. We got accepted. We got accepted for our rental application. I'm levitating. Yeah, we got a call today and we got accepted to the property that we really wanted, and we are moving in literally just over 2 weeks, which is crazy, but like 18 days.
18 days. I'm ready when you are.
Guess who turned their day around? Me. I really struggled this morning. Nobody's out here slaying every single day, me included, you know. I reset and I just slowly got into it. Good morning. So today's project is to create a presentation of like the Europe tour for my girls. And what I mean by that is my girl best friends are like my team for On the Run, and they kind of help me with like just pulling it all together. Like they are just the best. Anyways, and so with this Europe tour that I'm putting together, they again are going to be my team, and I'm going to take them around Europe, which I'm just so excited for. What I need to do is basically like I've talked individually to them like, oh, we might do a Europe tour and stuff, and they kind of saw my teaser on like social media, but I now want to present to them on a Google call. So kind of me setting the scene of what I already know the tour is going to be like, and then I just want their ideas, and I want it to be like a big brainstorming session, which I'm super hyped for. And I feel like each girl has different qualities. Like one will be more like social media savvy, one will be more like fashion savvy, and like everyone has like little bits. And then I just want to like brainstorm loads, and then we'll like split up the information with the things that we do want to actually do and the things that we come on in. And then with that, we will then start basically actioning. I've never made a presentation on Canva. I'm gonna make my first ever presentation. So I'm excited to do this. And I've got a haircut booked, my first haircut in like a year. I am literally having so much fun making this. Oh my God, I can't wait to show you guys, but I also am like, I don't know. I gotta make another coffee.
Yes, what is this all about?
Hey, everyone close their eyes because I don't want you to see anything too quickly. So close your eyes and don't look. And now you may look.
Wow. Whoa.
So we're gonna go through a campaign, the vision, our mission, destinations, ideas, and feedback. Firstly, I'm announcing we're going on a Europe Tour 2025. Good morning. So I had that call at 6 a.m. this morning, and then I went to Pilates, and it was Valentine's Day themed, and it made me so happy. And it just made me think like the Pilates instructor like stayed up a little bit extra the night before to blow up balloons, put out cookies, and do all these little decorations, like, and it made me so happy. And I feel like I haven't been to like, obviously it's not an event, but it was just like, it was a Pilates class made a little bit more special. And I felt so happy, and it kind of just gave me this extra wave of motivation of like, oh, well, hopefully I can make people feel the same with like the events that I'm planning this year, because that really made my day. And like, also it's so crazy when like you realize what goes behind something, even just the fact that someone, like, even just the fact that she was out there blowing balloons the night before for us, like that just, after the class, I was like, thank you so much. Like, so cute, because you realize like, I kind of know what that's like. Like you do things because you just get excited to make people happy. And that's like one of the biggest things for me. Anyways, I walked back from Pilates class because the boyfriend dropped me off. So I walked back. And now I'm gonna make my second breakfast of the day, because I have one before I go and do movement. And then I have one after. So I had eggs and toast before, so I'm gonna have a yogurt bowl now. And who said you cannot do eye masks in the morning? I just opened my fridge looking for my yogurt to make my breakfast bowl, and I just saw these eye jellies in the fridge. And I was like, but how nice would it be? Because truthfully, I did a presentation at 6 a.m. and then I did a class, and then I walked back, and like, you just need a bit of self-love at points. And now I get to have these on while making my breakfast and drinking my coffee. That makes me happy. I'm learning that I don't always have to be go all the time. And that is why I have my eye jellies on, because all these things, and I would just be like, okay, now start your next stuff. But I'm learning to be like, pause for 10 minutes, just stop, chill out. Or I like this playlist. You're home alone making coffee with no plans for the day. It's quite slow. I completely forgot to share something, but last week I was on a call with Penguin, like the book publishing company. And they basically want to write a book with me. Like they want me to write a book. And I was 6 months ago they emailed me, and I was so honest with them. I was like, look, it's one of my dreams to write a book and help people out there. And like use it as like a self-help book with everything I've learned and all of those things. But I was like, I feel like I need another 3 years, like at least. Like I'm constantly learning things, and I don't know, I've just seen like having a book as like one of the things when, I don't know, you know a bit more stuff. And then I got on a call with them last week just as like a little like catch up, see what was like going on. And I'm gonna start writing things. I actually need to create a space where I call it like book, and start writing things that I want to go in there. And so then we're basically going to catch up when all my events are over in like 7 months time, and talk about it again because it literally takes years for a book to come out. So I might start the process, which is so weird, but I just thought I'd tell you. And yeah. Today's project has been...
Oh, sorry.
No, you're okay. Today's project has been doing the vision boards for the Sydney on the Run runner race. Got it. Good Tony. Good morning. I have been on calls for the last hour and a half. The first call was with my friend Lily because she wasn't able to make the girls' presentation, like going through the Europe tour. Also yesterday, which I didn't update you about, I spent like 2 hours creating a database on Notion to organize all of my girls' thoughts. And when I tell you, it is genius. I am genius. I've literally created like all of their own pages where they can like submit their ideas, add tags of what it's about, and then it all goes into this one big database that me and my assistant can see, also aka my best friend. And then we can basically sort through this big database whether we want to have country specific data, whether we want to have like category specific data, like if someone has a marketing idea or if someone has a creative design idea, or if someone has a run club idea, we can have it's amazing. Anyway, so I showed Lily that, and then I went straight on a call with Lydia and I showed her through the same database in a more detailed way because she's got like more access to it. And then we booked a call tomorrow to show the girls how to do it. I think what's so interesting is like when you spend that little bit extra time creating a system that can almost be automated, although you initially put that time in, it then suddenly works for you. Whereas if I kind of just like let the girls have free will in terms of how they gave me information, you know, one girl will give a doc, one girl will give text messages, one girl will do it in a different way, all in different formats. I'm then gonna spend hours like organizing that data and being like, okay, that girl's given the marketing ideas in this way and that girl sent it in this way. Whereas by like creating this kind of table, the girls have to put it in a way that suits us in terms of like collecting ideas. You can see each girl has their own page. Oh, it's just so good. So for example, if I think of like, oh, we want to work with this brand for the run club, I can type in the brand. I can select the category of brand partnerships. And then there's a description. So anything you want to write about it. And then you allocate a city or you allocate all the cities. So for example, if Lydia needs to start reaching out to the brands we want to work with, she'll just press on the brands button and then suddenly all of the ideas from all of like 7 of us, every idea that has the tag brand partnership will go through a funnel and go into this one database called brands, and it will have all of the different brand names with the tag of like who wrote it. And so it'd be like, Anna wants to work with this brand, and Lydia thinks this brand, and Liv thinks this brand. And then we'll just go through and pick the ones we want to do and reach out, and Bob's your uncle. So I'm actually really proud of that. And then the other thing that I talked to Lydia about was I was open about the fact that I've been struggling to keep the product side of things streamlined for On The Run at the moment. As I said earlier in the video, there is some changes to the team, and therefore I've had to go back to the beginning of creating those connections and relationships with manufacturers and suppliers, and also getting the necessary information to them, like the sample designs, the shipping stuff. And we also need to collect stuff from them, like their prices and fees and all those things. And because I have like 3 main kind of people / organizations that are helping me / like, oh, you can make something here, or you can do something here. And they're all in different formats at the moment. One's on text, one's on email. Well, 2 are on email. One person's talking about needing designs, one person needs an address, one person needs this, and like, all of them are asking me questions I don't know. I don't know, and then that's when I get stuck. When I don't know what you're asking for, I then just freak out. So I was open and vulnerable, and I told Lydia, I was like, I need your help. Because I am one for trying to do things by myself. And so recognizing when, you know what, I don't have this one sorted. I don't even know what I need help with. I just need help. And hopefully it comes to a point that she's so switched on with what we want for the company that I don't have to like approve or brief those things to her. Like she can just go ahead and... I'm trying. I really am trying. I'm gonna go take a break because I'm like speaking really fast and like I'm a bit like, good morning. I got my little coffee. I am just putting it out there that not every day you feel great. Like, I feel fine today. There's been a few little wobbles, but like I really just want to interact with some humans. And like, none of my 3 friends are free. Well, I've only asked one, but you know when you can just guess. And like, I just want to go into the outside world. I think sometimes I forget I have free will and I can just like go do silly little things. What is today's project, you ask? I'll admit, I've been procrastinating editing this video further than I have already because it brings stuff up for me. And it's like new for me to share like different sides of me. I don't know. Don't ask me questions. And I have a few like brand partnerships I need to wrap up. Anyways, I also got some Notion creating to do. Oh yeah, buddy. I was having an email chain with a brand partner, I don't know what you want to call it. And it was just coming to a point where it was like, just taking like a few weeks to like make progress because I would just like ask a question and then like the communication, it was just, I don't know, it just kept going on. So I requested a call, boom, done, deal sorted in 10 minutes. I actually kind of got ready today. Do you guys like my hair? I got two little braids, a bun. I actually made a social plan today. Gonna go co-work with my friend. I've struggled to get started this morning because anybody else, when like you know you have something coming soon, you can't get started. I've got someone who needs to like view the house, and because I don't know when they're coming, it's really like I don't know how to start work when something's gonna distract me. Saying that, I'm now going to start. I was struggling this morning, just a little bit. Also had a hard night, just like so many things, but I'm good. I'm about to record the voiceover that you heard in the beginning. This is new for me because I don't do voiceovers. Like, I know it's a big thing with like Instagram and a lot of creators doing voiceovers, and I respect it. I congratulate you. It's something that it's like, I struggle with it. I don't even try. This is my first time trying to do voiceovers. I think it's a bit easier to do it with YouTube than Instagram, like whatever. Anyways, if you're sensing any odd energy, I am feeling a little bit on edge. I have a really good recording of it, but there's a few times where I kind of breathed onto the mic when I say words, and it happens quite a bit. So I'm just gonna try re-record it, but I really don't know. I want to give up. It's not right. I'm going again. Should clip it into my straw and put speakers. That would be perfect. Hello. Half of my voiceover didn't record. It's just one of those days that is honestly one of those days where it feels like you're making no progress going forward. Struggling to start, get into it. I'm trying, I keep trying, and things are going wrong, and then it's like almost upsetting me more, and then I'm doing a worse job at it. And I probably just need to step away from the desk and sort my own stuff out and come back. I have sun cream on my face, if you're wondering. Today's mindset is from one of the newsletters I am, what's it called, a part of. Literally called me out. Like, he called me out. He was like, stop trying to be perfect. Like, ship it at 80%. Stop trying to be perfect and like, not procrastinating, but like getting yourself all like twisted because it's not perfect. Like I am a perfectionist, okay? And I have genuinely tried to do the voiceover that you heard at the beginning of this video 10,000 times. And then it came to a point where I was like, oh my God, I can't do it. Like I even tried now, my iPad wasn't working, it was glitching, all of these things. And so you know what I've done? I've just taken some old recordings, one of my first ones, which were actually genuinely fine. And when I've heard small things that I don't like the sound of, like whether I like chewed the microphone or something, I would just reject the whole clip. Whereas now it was just like, oh, I'm just gonna have to let it go. Like stop stressing about that. Stop it. And so it really helped me. It really helped me. Let me read you a part of it. Totally didn't get distracted on my emails and just booked a call for 20 minutes. But anyways, what was I gonna show you? It said, every time they get close, they find something else to improve. Every time they plan to post, they start seeing someone else's content and starts doubting. And every time you're about to ship, they convince themselves to wait. It's a self-sabotage problem. I was like, okay, King, I know. But anyways, I can't explain it. But all I can say is that I'm learning to not have to do everything 100%. It's better to push the boat out at 80% and do it a few more times. Good morning. Literally the last few days I've just been editing this video. Not much to show you. I edit on Final Cut Pro and I'm currently just putting the text in that you saw at the beginning of this video. And it definitely takes a while because Final Cut's not fully like automated like CapCut. Like it doesn't transcribe it for you. You have to literally manually put it in. And then just as I did like some of the words, I then realized I wanted it to be a different color, different shape and different formation, like where it was on different placement, not formation. So I'm just doing that again. But yeah, feeling a little bit more positive today. And moving house tomorrow. We just started packing last night. Show and tell. I'm showing Luke the intro to the video. So just in case anyone is new here, spent time editing. You excited?
Yes.
You guys would be so proud of me because I realized last week I was having way too much coffee. And I had matcha sent to my house and with oat milk, and it's matcha with vanilla, but like vanilla from the bean kind of vibes. No caffeine crashes for me. I'm currently learning how to blur in Final Cut Pro because the presentation that I showed you of my Europe tour, I don't want to give away the locations right away. So I'm learning how to blur in this very moment. Oh my God, look what I've just done. I've blurred out precisely my screen. That is so cool. I am so cool. We're literally going now. He said yes, we can come. Psych. We did not move in. We just were able to collect our keys. We have been packing up the house all evening. The Last Supper. We have worked a full shift. We're up to like, we normally go to bed at 8. And we were up to like 10:30, 11 last night, literally packing up the house. You know, as you do. And then we got a bit early this morning, been packing. But I forgot to update you guys. A week ago, I partially dislocated my shoulder. And partially means it pops back in by itself. So it popped out and popped back in. Did that a week ago. And I've been focusing on my recovery all week. And I've been able to move house today successfully. Alongside Luke, who's been an angel, carrying all the big boxes. But I've actually been able to hold things, so. Like, look at this range of movement. Hey, what run are we on?
4. Round 4.
Round 4. 5-6 hours.
All that's left is 2 bites.
2 bites, we gotta go. I'm shattered.
Does that mean I can see yours after?
He's doing his first time.
Yes!
Do not cup a fart, mate. Tell everyone what you're doing.
Editing.
Guys, I'm literally so proud of Luke. He's got into his editing. I am the proudest girlfriend ever. So it is the end of the video, but I feel like I need to give a little bit of context to what's happened lately. I just had a tough last few weeks. Obviously, moving house kind of uproots everything, like a lot of change. So I would say that week before moving house, I definitely struggled more. And then the week after moving house, I really struggled because basically...
Bish bash bosh. Yap yap yap. So you put a camera on, start recording and start yapping, okay?
I just complained how I yap too much when I record.
Anna's just kicked me out because I've got to edit and Anna wants to record. So I'm going to go and find another home and carry on editing. So I'm in my editing era and all Anna does is yap, yap, yap.
Yeah, get out.
That's going to sound aggressive.
Do it.
Right? It's great. We get to walk down the street and it's fantastic. People come up to Anna and they're like, oh, hi. But all everyone does is yap. The girls yap, Anna yaps. Everyone's a yapper. You're all yappers. Everyone's a yapper. So you just need to yap to the yappers and it's sorted. Enjoy yourself, alright? I'll just be in the other kitchen.
Right, I'll yap then.
Finally.
So, we're in our new home and we've been in it for like a week now. But basically, this last 4 days, we've been going through a cyclone. Like there's been a cyclone, Gold Coast, Brisbane, I don't know where else it is, but we're in the Gold Coast and we've been going through a cyclone. So I kid you not, the last 4 days has been like lockdown for us. It's really weird. Like everyone has to stay inside, or at least that's what we've been doing. Even today, it was the first time we like left the house with the car in like 3 days. And the traffic lights have stopped working because all electricity, like a lot of electricity is gone. We are very lucky to not have lost our power, so I'm extremely grateful. And I'm sending so much love to anybody who was affected during the storm, even just mentally, because it was really like, I don't know, like the way that the cyclone is like this, like my emotions this last week have been like this. But one thing that I wanted to say was that I actually have struggled the last couple of weeks. And if I give my reflections now, because the clips at the beginning of the video was like 6 weeks ago for me now, I think. Was it 6 weeks? Let me look. Yes, literally 6 weeks ago. And there's always a part of me that when potentially I post clips that are older, like not as relevant, there's a part of me that doesn't like that and that wants to like restart and like share content as soon after it's recorded. But the truth is, like, my life doesn't flow like that anymore. I'm not a machine and I cannot create videos always like on an agenda, on a schedule with short turnarounds. Like I have a life, I have emotions, I have ups, I have downs. Does that make sense? Continuing the yapping, upon my reflections of the last 6 weeks, you know, a lot was changing, and now like being a little bit further away from it all and able to like reflect onto like my last, I don't know, 6 weeks, I realized, you know what, you were actually going through a lot and there was a lot of change coming up that you weren't really aware or conscious of, and then now that it's all played out, you realize, actually you did pretty well, you did pretty well. One thing I must say is I think I pushed it a little too far for the first 3 weeks. Like I was literally just working on my laptop every day, not getting outside, and I kind of went back down that route. I wasn't socializing, I wasn't getting myself out there, but that's okay because we're all doing our best we can in that very moment. And then it kind of took the flip side, and I got really anxious about things. I also, creating this very video brought up so much for me, and I actually cut out so many clips, which maybe I could have just put back in at this point now, but me just voicing that I struggled to create this video. And the reason being is that I, for me, have never really shown, or not saying never, but like it's not a usual thing for me to show the more serious / business side of myself, because it's not what I've done, and when you haven't done something, it's scary. So for me, it was really scary, even though in someone else's world, this wouldn't be a scary thing. I don't know, maybe in your world it would be. It's just in my world. And so I was facing fears while editing this, and then there were weeks where I was over-analysing clips, like I didn't know whether it was oversharing, not oversharing, too serious, not serious. Like, when I mean my brain was just overthinking. And I literally have edited this and stepped back from this video so many times. And when I would get too nervous about it or too whatever, I'd step away from it, and I would have like a week of like not being able to look at it. And then I would come back in and try again. And I think what I'm really proud of with this video has been the resilience to come back again and not wipe the slate clean and like, oh, sod it, I'm not going to put any of it up, but actually like sitting with the uncomfortable and being like, but why does it make you uncomfortable? And you know, why does it make me uncomfortable? I just feel like I haven't given this side of myself like a place on the internet yet. So as I said, it's just new. And the way that, I don't know, I've worked through different things in my social media journey. For example, there was a lot of, I think, healing for me when I started posting my more chaotic, silly side of myself on social media a few years ago, because that is who I truly am. And so posting it and telling myself, no, it's okay, I can be confident within this version of myself, it was really healing, to the point where now like you could look at any of my like videos on social media, let's just say Instagram, and you're going to see that like more chaotic side of myself. But that is because I practiced that, and I was like, you can put this video up, you can show this side of yourself. And also just on a personal level, I did a lot of like working with myself in a way of allowing myself to be like that in person, like literally allowing myself to dance on the street, allowing myself to just be loud and silly and whatever you want to call it. So there was that element, and the way that I've worked in my personal life, that I'm allowed to be more serious and work hard on a business, or even be savvy in that way, or be a woman in a field where, you know, you do have to assert yourself sometimes a little bit more and whatnot. And so I've worked on that, and now it's like the next level of like showing you guys, if that makes sense, or at least broadcasting it or putting it out on the internet. So that's why I think it was bringing a lot within me, because there are lots of different sides to me, and I've only given some of the sides of myself a place on the internet, that more chaotic, silly side. And actually there's a whole other side to me, and it's scary. It just is, like, but it's part of me. And I think it would be a dishonor to myself if I didn't show all sides to myself when I felt ready, because it's who I am. And you know, I'm also going through changes at the moment. Overall, I am excited to settle down in my new home and share this video with you guys, because I realize it's not really that big of a deal. Like, it's not. And we will always be the biggest critics on ourselves. And so if I want to document my journey and just share bits and bobs along the way, I know that all the kind of thoughts that come up in my mind in 6 months or a year won't even be relevant. Like, I'll look back at a video and be like, oh, that was really cute. Like, you know what I mean? So I want to document the process. And so here we are. Yeah, I really appreciate if you got this far in the video, and sending so much love. I hope you have a very relaxing day. Look after yourself, love yourself. I will do the same. Love you all. Goodbye.